And I think it's kind of tragic, maybe, about the way that community organizers do things. Is that a lot of people who are really good at networking and really good at like bringing people together and setting things up and stuff. Um, I think the reason that a lot of people don't do things for their community or surrounding areas is because those who do them want to talk about how difficult it is because because I don't know, because they want to feel better. They want to I mean, not that, like, I think that people who organize things in the community are bad people by any means. I think what they do is awesome. I think that there's this tendency to over dramatize things, though. And I mean, that's how it is for everybody. It's a tendency of humans, is what I'm saying. There's a tendency to want to over dramatize things, and I believe that it discourages people from doing things themselves, and that there's this misconception that if you're trying to do a lot of things in your life, that and you have a dream, then it's just way too difficult to follow through on that dream. So you just don't do it. And I think that's tragic. I think that's really tragic. And it's not anybody's fault, because like, if you're not pursuing your dream and you're not pursuing like organizing things in your realm to do things, then first of all, that's fine, and second of all, that's your responsibility. But I I would like to put forth the notion that doing what you want to do and setting things up to do it how you want to do it is actually not that difficult. It doesn't take as much energy as you think it does, and all you have to the let's see, the most energy expending things are, a, maybe finding a place to host it. That can be a little tricky, of who really shares the vision enough to have a bunch of people over. Keeping it outside is good for a lot of reasons, because and you're next to the earth, first of all, and second of all, you're not really, like, bothering with somebody's house. So that's probably the most difficult thing about it. B is keeping people interested in it. This is really pretty easy for like, through social networking stuff. Presenting the idea is kind of like a subset of B, of like, really articulating it in a way that people vibe with, but not to say that you should articulate it in a way that like, just so that people will vibe with it, but maybe, like, in inviting a wide enough range of people that the people who do vibe with it will want to attend, or something. But I mean, C is just networking, I guess. Well, here, okay. So I just woke up, so don't judge me. But probably, like, the number one thing to do is to just network yourself. Before you're trying to plan anything, what you need to do is meet people, right? So yeah, like, going to events with people of like mind, and talking to them and expressing your dream, or making freaking posts on Facebook about it and seeing who's interested, or and that's all it is. Together, nothing is difficult. If we do this all together, then nothing is difficult. But if we want to take credit for ourselves, then it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really energy expending if we don't put in the effort to find people of like mind who will support us in our vision. Then yeah, that'll be more difficult. you know. But I just want to do away with this whole rumor that everything has to be difficult, that changing the world is so difficult, or bettering the world is so difficult. I I believe that I believe that it's not difficult, and I believe that I want to reassociate the way we talk about changing the world, in the context of maybe how it really is. I'm getting all excited, so I keep like moving around and stuff. But I was speaking with some very beautiful friends last night about how everything is by nature selfish, because you're acting from a self, right? So that's not a big deal, because really, like, you realize that everybody else's self is also yourself, but you have your frame of reference point of yourself. So in that, like, what just to use what I'm doing right now as an example, I want I want to share this mode of therapy that I have learned. I want to share it with people who I think could use it most, and also people who, at the time, impacted my life most, and really, like, historically for the past couple of years have impacted my life most. Those are people who go to jail often, who go to prison often, and that's something that I see in my society, in my vicinity, that that I would like to shift. It's not just about changing it because I think it should be changed. It's that I think that, like, myself that exist in those situations could really benefit from this, and in turn I will benefit from this, and so will everybody else in my community, and like the world community will benefit from this. There's this thing that I don't like about the way things run, and I want it to be a different way, so I'm going to try to make it that way somehow. I'm somehow going to network up, and I'm going to make it happen that way. And as long as I'm honest with myself about why I'm actually doing it, it's not about being like, oh, like, I'm so altruistic and I only care about other people and blah 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 blah, because it's not that. That's shit. I think that's bullshit. And it's not that I don't care about those people, about people in those situations, because I do. But what I'm really doing is I have a vision of how I would like things to work, and I'm going to see who else wants to make things work like that, and I am going to move towards that. And I am completely aware that in the process, I might be affecting a lot of people's lives, and that is beautiful. That's a really beautiful byproduct of what I'm doing. But what I'm really doing is furthering vision, and it is by definition selfish, but every vision is by definition selfish. It is a belief that I want manifested. It's a value system, it's an honor code that I want manifested. And just so happens, or not just so happens, but I mean, part of being along with my value system and honor code is that it does help others. It doesn't do any harm to others, which is the number one thing. Do no harm and be glorious. And it's glorious and it does no harm. So I'm going to do it, and people are going to love it, because what benefits me benefits everybody. That's what I think. And I think that if we are honest with ourselves and we uphold others to do the same thing, instead of just wanting the credit for ourselves, or thinking that we're the only ones who can do it or whatever, then I think things can start shifting way faster. We all just need to, like, do this, okay? I want, like, I just want it, and maybe And that is selfish. I am selfish for yourself. I want yourself to do these things that you want to do. And I want you to start small and gain your confidence and just do it. Just just do it. Okay, I'm gonna stop like being in super preach mode right now because I like feeling that fire inside of me though. That felt really good. Thanks for listening.